We welcome you inside of Lake Point Champion Center. It is the second annual Battle for Georgia. We enter the championship portion of the broadcast here on SUV TV. It'll be the Game Elite Big Five taking on TSF Mac. It is the 15 and under championship. Joel Hilsman, Jerron Mathurin, glad that you are with us courtside. And 2 16-minute halves. If you've been on SUV TV all day, these two teams, Jerron, now with 2 victories apiece, now looking to take home the third for the 15 and under championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in this game, I'm pretty much just looking to see who's going to step up. We know the names of these two teams a lot. We know what to expect from who, but I'm ready to see who will step up in the championship game today.
Game Elite, they will be in the orange, and TFC Mac, TFC stands for the Skill Factory, just in case you were wondering. They are in the black. Adidas, Nike, the ball is in the air, and we are underway. Game Elite, they will be moving right to left as you view it at the point guard spot. Here's Germany. Victories over Tri-Cities Elite and Team RYN for Game Elite, and a turnover on their first possession with a poor pass. TSF will take over with a victory over Double Trouble and the Georgia Stars here from Lake Point Champion Center. So Cameron Walker will inbound it to Bruce Thornton. Bruce Thornton, the Milton point guard who has had a fine Sunday afternoon so far. Opening possession for TSF as they operate it, Devin Farrell has it. Farrell is on the left wing. They pop it to the top out to Kobe Davis. Love some Kobe Davis. I'll talk about him a little later. Lost it, recovers it on the right block. He peels it back out. Shot clock down to 7. Knocked away. Farrell on the floor around the screen. Drives, dumps it off, floats and scores. Way to be patient. Farrell with the assist. First field goal, Chauncey Wiggins.
And that's a player I keep my eye on. Chauncey Wiggins, a big 6'5" kid. He likes to step out, take that three, but he'll also like to battle inside, get those easy 2 points, come up with some big defense possessions as well.
The jumper is no good inside. Rebound comes off, and here's Farrell running in transition. Over to Thornton. Thornton slows up now. Drives floater. No, he was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. So good pace early now for the Skill Factory, TFC Mac. Under head coach Brandon. First free throw attempt. As you take a look at our SUV TV instant replay now. Nice seek and a nice find. Gave it off to Chauncey Wiggins.
And that seems to be Farrell's just montage, a seek and find or just spot up for a good jump shot. One of the smartest PGs I've seen out here today.
Wiggins makes both free throws in an early 4-0 lead with a minute gone by for TSF Mac. Chauncey Wiggins, and we saw on that play out of Covington, Georgia, Eastside High School, good size at 6'7". Zone defense almost just about. Let's see. No, it'll be a man-to-man for TSF. Game Elite now working on offense, and they hand it over. Joyful Hawkins. You've got to love Joyful Hawkins. Brunswick, Georgia's finest young freshman, had a fabulous year. Cookies were taken right there, though. Good steal by Walker. Gives it over to Thornton. Thornton comes into the full court with a right-hand dribble. Open, long three. Wiggins showed the range. Oh, 3-ball. Good from Chauncey Wiggins.
They're going to have to keep their eye on Chauncey Wiggins. He likes to step out. He likes to shoot that 3-ball. And if he gets hot, you can go ahead and say good night.
It is a 7-0 run to open the contest, and a quick timeout is called. 14-15 remaining here in this first half. So 2 16-minute halves for those of you who may not have been joining us earlier throughout the day. All of the games here have been on SUV TV. And you heard me say the shot clock. That is correct, a 30-second shot clock. Each team gets 4 timeouts, 2 30s and 2 fulls. And the team fouls, you are done at 6. 17 foul is the 1-and-1, and the 10th foul is the bonus. So 3-ball is stroked in good, and that is Cameron Johnson. So out of the timeout, Game Elite gets the score, and now Scooter Henderson out of Cale High School gets the steal. Scooter into the forecourt, going to turn on the Jets, go down the right of the lane, lost it on his hip momentarily. Open 3, hill of the rim, no good by Deshaun John Charles. Tipped, it goes out of bounds, and we'll go over to the Skill Factory.
That one right there, that was actually Parrish Johnson, Jr.
Parrish done changed his number on me?
He did.
Okay, yep, he sure did. Oh, yeah, Parrish Johnson, man, he's been a fine player. I always remember he went up to Springfield, Virginia in the St. James in the middle school camp and absolutely played very, very good. He struggled at times, but you can tell the development that he got there at that camp has bled over now into what you'll see at the high school level. Henderson comes away with it. Henderson brought the break to Hawkins. Hawkins goes up. They've got Joyful Hawkins. Hawkins is a double machine for the Brunswick Pirates on the high school level. You've got to love the upside of Joyful Hawkins. Kobe Davis spins it to the left now to Devin Farrell. Farrell back out to Wiggins. Wiggins now back to Walker. Now gonna drive. Walker, layup good. Driving and scoring, Cameron Walker.
Good take by Cameron right there on that last drive.
You have to like that it was a quick little 5-point answer out of the timeout for Game Elite, but defensively now they'll have to make some adjustments. TSF is being very patient and attacking. Hawkins jump hook, back iron, no. Rebound to Thornton. 3 minutes gone by in this first half. Thornton spins it to the corner to Kobe Davis. Davis now gives it over to Cam Walker. He steps into a 17-foot three. Good. Man, 19-foot, Joel. Get your math right. 3-ball good from Cameron Walker. He has 5 points in the contest and shot that, Jerron, in the flow.
And that's another player, too. That's a step-up player, not the normal Bruce Thornton or Devin Farrell name that you're used to. But way to step up right there for Cameron Walker. And
Joyful Hawkins finishes off of a beautiful screen roll action and won the hoop and the horn.
And Game Elite is going to have to go to that. Scooter and Joyful, they're going to have to rely on those two heavy tonight, get them going early, get some points up, and that way they can spread the floor and get some of these other guys going.
The upside for Joyful Hawkins, though, I'm telling you, is just fabulous. He completes the three-point play the old school way. 12-8, 4-point game. Kobe Davis, fabulous young freshman, will be a sophomore now under Rory Welsh at Langston Hughes. The three is no good from Thornton. Chauncey Wiggins gets it back. Davis, the lefty, strokes a three. He rattled it right on down the milk crate. A 3-ball rattled home for Kobe Davis, his first field goal.
Good three by Kobe on that one.
Oh, Scooter goes and floats it home. Scooter Henderson. Decisive move, got in the paint with the float. Thornton back quickly to Davis. TSF in possession. They're in the black. They're moving left to right. Davis in the corner. Pump fake. Now going to drive. Left his feet on the pass. In the corner. The 3-ball on the way. Side of the backboard. No good. Rebound to Hawkins. Long lead pass up ahead to Johnson. Too far. Too much on it from Scooter Henderson. And he pats his chest and says, my bad.
Definitely try to pick the pace up a bit. Game Elite trying to make something happen. Get a quick 2 on the leak out. Get some momentum going. But as you said, they rushed it a bit. Caused that turnover. Now let's see if they can get a defensive stop.
11.5 to go. Thornton with the right-hand dribble gets the screen from Wiggins. Hesitates, it's not there. Johnson came out on the switch. Now here comes Walker. Dumps it off, good pass underneath, layup. It's off Walker. Higgins good. Second chance opportunity for Chauncey Wiggins. He has 7 points in the contest and has a 7-point TSF lead. Henderson's float is no good. Johnson gets the offensive rebound. Short corner float. It is no good. Rebound underneath and a foul call. Looked like his right hand was grabbed when he got hit with the foul. Everyone from around the state of Georgia that has anything to do with basketball has been inside of Lake Point Champion Center today. Battle for Georgia, second annual. Joyful Hawkins catches it, gives it to Henderson. He spins it over now to Germany. Germany gets to the corner, now comes back out to the top on that wing. Drive, foul line jumper was partially blocked. Hawkins recovered and put it up. Joyful Hawkins is just too much. He's just too much. You got your notebook out, Jerron, take notes.
Yes, sir.
Joyful Hawkins scores, 5-point game. Thornton right back at him, drives on a foul is called.
And even earlier today, Joyful Hawkins was flirting with that 3-point line a bit, trying to step out and take a couple of 3-ball shots. And like you said, his upside is just tremendous. He stands out on the court, and it's a lot to do as far as containing him and keeping him off the glass.
Bruce Thornton going to the free throw line. He makes the first free throw. He's 3 of 3 on the day. He had 21 points in the semifinal victory over the Georgia Stars, 64-58 earlier. Just to add on to what you're saying about Joyful Hawkins, you'll see as the season goes, the travel, especially July goes, he's really going to be able to turn it on in multiple areas. And just, he's talking about flirting with that 3-point line. That's just another part of what he's working on to complete the total package. And then being able to take that down in Class 6A in Brunswick, where they have some pretty good talent, he is going to be a problem. Hawkins catches it, but he had to catch it way out higher than he wanted to. Turns, he fakes the pass, now he backs it back out with the right-hand dribble. Gives it over to Germany. Germany worked on by Davis. Open 3 to beat the clock. Good. Flirting with fire, but Cameron Johnson strokes home a triple 4-point game. Kobe Davis quickly back this way, flipped it up with the left hand, knowing he was fouled. Joyful Hawkins in disbelief.
Oh, yeah, Cameron Johnson showed up that touch a bit earlier today, too. So to see him knock down 2 of them right now, get his team within 4, it's a good sign.
And then whenever you hit one deep in the shot clock like that, kind of bail your team out, but he caught it in stride, caught it in that shooting pocket, and knocked it home. So Kobe Davis is at the free throw line. His first free throw is good. He has 4 points in the contest. Davis, as I mentioned, Langston Hughes High School, playing for head coach Rory Welsh, 2-time state champ winner Rory Welsh. The free throw is good from Davis. Well, Davis has stepped up there. TSF Mac is feeling pretty good. 6 minutes gone by as we go under 10 minutes, 21-15. TSF Mac has led from the beginning. They got off to a 7-0 start and forced a timeout from Game Elite. 3 ball is no good by Juvan Garmori. And Garmori's 3 is no good and out of bounds and a turnover.
Could have held on to that one a little longer, try to get something going. That wasn't the 3 they needed right now, but knowing Javon's style of play, he likes to get going from behind the arc, pass first PG, just trying to warm up here early and try to contribute as much as he can.
Devin Farrell knocks in a triple. He's known to shoot it. His stroke has really came on a lot, especially over the May and June months. And now showing it there. Oh, give me some butter with that roll. A scoop and score across the lane. Joyful Hawkins.
It's only a matter of time before he turns that hand over and flushes it.
Right back at you. I can show you something too. Chauncey Wiggins. So I like the battle between Hawkins and Wiggins at the moment.
Exactly. And I love what Wiggins is doing. I love his style of play, his size. He's quick. As soon as he touches the ball, he's either going to shoot it or make a move to score. Just really high upside for him as well. I've taken note of him as well today.
Kobe Davis shot in and got the steal. You mentioned Joyful Hawkins not long before he turns the wrist over. Look, he can turn the wrist over. Just right there, that wasn't a need. He had long striding steps and swooped to the hoop and rolled it off.
Very good move by Joyful, just showing off his finesse a little bit along with his size.
Versatility is very good. Here's Scooter Henderson going to drive. Stop, get to the mid-post. Jumper rattled out, no. Davis with the rebound out of the guard spot. Head up. 8:40, less than that now in this first half. Davis all the way, layup good. They did not stop the ball, and Kobe Davis made them pay. 7 points in this first half, and the lead now with double figures, an 11-point advantage. Foul is called on the floor. Unbelievable poor defense there from Game Elite. Big Five not stopping the ball. Davis got the defensive rebound and then came all the way down the floor and scored. As you take a look at it on our SUV TV instant replay. Substitution now, Jalen Gilmore into the contest, along with Francisco Farias. There's a baseline float up by Cameron Johnson. It is good. Johnson now with 8 points in the contest. And that brings the lead back down below 10, down to 9. Drive, Davis, put it up, no. Hawkins gets the rebound.
Good defense by Gilmore on that play as well.
And Davis forced it just a little bit there too, Jerron. Hawkins right back down the lane and scores. Oh, Joyful Hawkins is a handful, folks. You got to absolutely love it. I tweeted about him and talked about him all last year, and it seemed like every year he had a double-double. And now you're getting to see it because I know if you follow me, you're just, well, Joe, you're just talking. No, here you are right here in the Battle of Georgia. SUV instant replay time again. Joyful Hawkins. Someone in the crowd yelled travel. Did you see? I saw one. I saw 2.
Yeah, I saw it too. Yep. It's that size difference.
Jumper, Wiggins, good. Chauncey Wiggins showing off the range now. He's in double figures with 11, and a timeout is called with 7:40 to go. TSF 30, Game Elite Big 5 21 on SUV TV's continuing coverage of the second annual Battle for Georgia. Back inside Lake Point Champion Center. Main court action. Joel Hillsman, Jerron Mathurin. Glad that you're with us as we are in the 15 and under championship game. As they affectionately say, the 15U. 7:40 to go, 9-point game. And it has been TSF. They have led the entire way. Largest lead was 11 at 1 point. And they opened the game with a 7-0 start. So Franco Farris is into the forecourt with the right-hand dribble, goes around the screen. Game Elite in possession. They're moving right to left as you view it with the orange Adidas threads. Scooter off balance, up, no, he'll go to the free throw line. So Scooter Henderson now blowing up onto the scene, had a fine year with the Kell Longhorns, as they like to say. What the Kell? Made a great playoff run, and the upside is just very good. And Coach Jermaine Mathis over at Kell is excited, and you see why as he goes to the free throw line and connects on the first one.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think this, for me personally, my introduction to Scooter Henderson was this same event last year, and he really turned it up then too. So
makes both free throws, and it is a 7-point game. Thornton has been running the majority of the point for TSF Mac. Wiggins caught it. You saw how Hawkins now closed out on him. Had to. Thornton attacks to the hole, up with the left hand, and one. Bruce Thornton Jr. One dribble drive and a foul with the left hand leg.
And as we saw in that first half, it was Wiggins got going early, and Walker connected on some three-pointers as well. Now, if you get Bruce going, you get Farrell going, I mean, you're just in for a long night. As you said in the name, they are an absolute factory when it comes to this basketball game.
Oh, look at what Jerron just did with the play on the words.
Learn from the best, man.
Oh,
Learn from you. Learning from you.
I look over at the great producer, Lisa Burnett, who gave me fair warning before the game, but he just broke out an excellent one. The free throw is good. Under 7 minutes to go. Whoa. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins drives, put it up with the right hand and scores. Good defensive effort from Braden Moore, but he just came off the bench. Joyful Hawkins is too much and scores again. 13 and a half so far for Joyful Hawkins. And a 10-second violation, very much so. Yes, Kobe Davis, they were playing with it. And actually, he gave him an extra second. Blew the whistle at 19 and goes down to 18. So a turnover with 6:29 to go. Cameron Johnson right in front of us in our broadcast position will be the trigger man. He has 8 points in the contest. Substitutions, let me check and see who's checking in. Simeon Cottle has checked in now. So Scooter scoots to the basket and scores. Oh, just went flying with a nice drive. He has 6 points, his second field goal of the contest.
That was a great move by Scooter. He got to the basket in one dribble, almost two at the most.
And that's what you call next level basketball when you're able to do that. Here's a drive, took contact, goes up, and a late whistle. I like the attack now coming from Simeon Cottle, just fresh into the contest off of the bench, and will attack the basket and go to the free throw line. Let me check and see who else. All right, Shamir King has checked in as well. Samir King, number 24 for Game Elite. Game Elite, interesting enough, just have the outline black numbers. That's an Adidas staple. Free throw coming up for Cottle. It is good. So Cottle, who's been on the bench the entire game, comes in, draws a foul, and now goes to the free throw line. That could be scary. Get your stroke going. Good. He makes both free throws, as I like to say, off the bench and into the scorebook. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in a very entertaining contest. Now it's an 8-point game. There's a drive floated up. He's in double figures and scoring is Cameron Johnson.
Cameron Johnson definitely showing off the touch, not just this game, but today in general.
Thornton had it knocked away. Here comes Game Elite. King holds, looks, now goes over to Franco. Traveling violation, indecision. So now we'll see with this second unit on the floor, no Scooter, no Joyful Hawkins, where do they get the points from and already trailing in the contest by 8?
Right. Who's going to be the one to step up, really? They're going to need that presence just to step up, be vocal. You know, not too much talking going on with the Big Five, so maybe they could start there.
Correction, a 6-point lead. It was 8. It's down to 6 now. 35-29 with 5:28 remaining. Main court action. In the final 3 games here of the Battle for Georgia championship, 15 and under, 16 and under, and 17 and under championships. This is the 15 and under. Thornton in the corner to Cottle, a 3, no good. Rebound comes off the Game Elite. Gilmore with it into the forecourt, now for Game Elite. Walker, deep 3, side iron, rebound off by Bruce Thornton. Thornton skied for the board. Gets it up ahead quickly now. They'll work on it with 5 minutes to go. Turns, moves in, and he was fouled. 5:01 to go. Big body basketball checking in. Cedric O'Neal. Cedric O'Neal. That was a hard foul. Was originally with Game Elite. And now is over with the Skill Factory. So that could have been one of them fouls from practice from some time back. Free throw good from O'Neal. Substitution now. Kobe Davis in. Bruce Thornton out.
And like you said, that big body, that's probably a foul he's used to. He's not even probably brushed that off and kept it pushing.
Split the free throw, the first missed free throw of the day for the Skill Factor. 7-point advantage. Walker trying to direct the traffic. He has the advantage. Tricky dribble. Now going to drive below the foul line. Took contact. Floated up. No good. Tip. Rebound comes off. Good board. Jaden Lingo into the contest. And now we had a technical foul has been called, I believe, or no? What was the call? I'm not sure what the call was. If it was a technical, we shooting free throw.
I think it was a sub. He went ahead and made the sub. Now Game Elite has 6 on the court, and they're trying to settle that out.
Yeah, they do have 6 on the floor. Okay, so we're back in. So no technical, nothing assessed there. Just an elaborate substitution. Here comes Davis. Davis drives with the left hand and scores. Kobe Davis.
Kobe Davis looking very aggressive here after it. As you notice, a lot of these kids, they're incoming. Well, they were incoming freshmen, now rising sophomores. And a lot of these kids not only played varsity but contributed to varsity. Kobe Davis being one of them, and now coming amongst his actual peers, making the game look a lot easier, having that experience.
I'm glad you brought that up. You talk about your introduction to Scooter Henderson last year at the Battle of Georgia. My introduction was to Kobe Davis at Summer Explosion last year, still as an 8th grader. And Langston Hughes was coming into a situation, didn't know what would be coming in after a Landers Nolly. There's a 3-ball. It is good from Franco Caracas. For Kobe Davis, you could see the upside in the future. And now I look at him a year later, and he's got a little bit more mass to him, a little bit more muscle. Inside, up, took window. O'Neal, no, it's tipped back out. Davis floats it up from the foul line. No, rebound, they fight for it underneath, put it on the floor, up and in, and scores. Jaden Lingo, 8-point game. Three is rattled home good out of the left corner by Juvan Garlani.
And that's another one for Game Elite. Like I said, I've been following this program for a while now. If he could just build that confidence, get vocal, and put it to his game, he can definitely help this team out and help lead a comeback right here.
Braden Moore, no good.
Subs coming in now. Looks like they're checking in Devin Farrell back in. Along with Cottle, trying to bring some size and energy to match with Scooter and Joyful as well.
Pitch and catch, under 3 minutes to go. 40-35. Fake a pass, now makes the pass. Dangerous, but Scooter takes it, drives and scores. Scooter Henderson now with 8 points in the contest. And it's a 3-point game, closest they've been since the beginning. Open, 3, top side. Braden Moore rattled it right on down the milk crate. A 3 from Braden Moore. So just like that, it went from 3 to 6.
You don't know how TSF is going to attack you. They have so many pieces.
Moore tips it out. Cottle gets it and brings it back to Thornton, who's going to attack and drive and blow the layup, but it's tipped and they tip it back out. Here's Cottle. Cottle now bids it over, back and forth. Here comes Cottle right back again. Drive, up, no. Put back, dunk, O'Neal, no. Thornton, rebound, foul. I think what you're trying to say, Jerron, is they have a vast array of weapons?
To say the least. And again, we're just talking about this is the 2022 group, and we know how the lineage runs at TSF. We haven't even started the 2023 group yet.
Well, there he go, dropping knowledge.
I've been seeing the waves on the social media, man. What TSF is doing right now is unreal, honestly.
Well, their 14U squad is headed to the Junior NBA National Global Championships in Orlando. That'll be on Fox Sports. And Kanan Carlisle on that squad.
I think they have Cormier as well, right?
Chase
Cormier. Not Cormier, I'm sorry.
Lacer.
What's the other one?
44-37. A talented group.
Very talented. So we'll just keep it at that.
Up ahead, stop. There's a drive. Put it up with the right hand. It's no good. It's tipped by Moore. Moore got it back. Moore had it blocked. They fight for it, and now Game Elite comes away with it. Henderson out of control. Bull in the China shot. Oh, Braden Moore showing off the handles, but then a poor pass. Taken away by Parrish Johnson. Parrish now with the left hand dribble. Parrish is going to come all the way. Dumped it off in the middle to Hawkins. Hawkins goes up and scores. Joyful Hawkins is just very, very talented. Doing whatever he wants around the hoop. 44-39. 5-point advantage. We come up on a minute to go in just a moment. Moore back to the basket. Poor pass. Entry pass should have been on the floor. No, he wanted it up high. Nice bounce pass. Alley, no hoop. As Hawkins could not finish. Thornton comes away with it. Thornton quickly gets it into the middle. A minute to go. Thornton to Moore. Moore had it blocked. Moore recovers, goes back up. No, Moore's not shy. Hawkins on the glass.
And that's what Parrish Johnson can do for you. Don't look for him to score too much, but he can come up with those slide defensive plays and blocks and things like that to help his team a lot.
Cottle, jumper, good. So he has been very effective off of the bench. His first field goal, Simeon Cottle with the jumper, and a timeout is called. It's a 46-39 advantage for the Skill Factory with 40 and 16 seconds as you take a look at our SUV TV instant replay.
Stolen in the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one Titan. Now hustling in toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Elevated from almost the free throw line and finished strong. 7-point lead for Spartanburg.
Hawkins caught it there at the high post, and they go baseline, and it's taken away. A steal. Cameron Walker now comes away with it to Thornton. Final 18 seconds, first half. Cottle goes baseline, puts it off the window and scores. Simeon Cottle. And good points and good minutes off of the bench for Cottle, who did not check in until the 6-minute mark remaining in the half. A steal by Thornton. Lead pass up ahead to Cottle. Cottle all the way, scoring to beat the horn. Simeon Cottle, and TSF has a 50-39 lead over Game Elite Big Five in the 15 and under championship game of the second annual Battle for Georgia. Jerron and I will be back for the second half in just a few moments.
stolen in the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one Titan. Now hustling in toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Elevated from almost the free throw line and finished strong. 7-point lead for Spartanburg Day, their biggest of the night. Three-pointer no good. Crawford in the lane finishes and one. A huge basket for Trinity Burns to get a little momentum and energy back on their side after it seemed like the entire gym was up for Spartanburg Day and Zion Williamson.
Every time we open our doors, we change just a little bit. Every blade of grass, every rose petal, every pen location. But the one thing that doesn't change is our commitment to an exceptional golfing experience. Being prepared to give it our all 364 days a year is not just a credo. It's our soul.
We get ready for the second half of the 15 and under Battle for Georgia Championship. It is a 50-39 lead for TSF, the Skill Factory Mac, taking on a Game Elite Big Five. And Game Elite Big Five will be in possession. Joel Hilsman, Jerron Mathurin, glad that you are back here with us. First half thoughts there, Jerron.
Just would like to see more out of Game Elite 5, defensively especially. I'd like to see them communicate a bit more. Scooter and Joyful came out, did what they usually do, did what they're supposed to do. Now just trying to see who's going to help them out a little bit and step up, try to cut into this deficit.
Lead.
TSF is just doing just exactly what they just did there. Everyone knows their role. They're about 8, 9 deep, just making the game easy, simple, smart, you know, not really looking to rely on one person. Everyone's getting a touch and just playing TSF basketball.
Scooter Henderson with that field goal there. Now he has 10. Right back at you is a 3-ball from Bruce Thornton. He has 11. Joyful Hawkins, 15 points in that first half to lead all scorers. And then Cameron Johnson had 10. The thing I like about for TSF Mac, in that first half, 9 players scored the basketball.
And that's the TSF way. Like you said, they're about 8 to 10 deep, and it's just at any given moment, any one of these kids can go off, and it's unreal what they're doing right now.
Largest lead of the day now for TSF Mac. It is at 12. With just over a minute gone by, Thornton, it is at 15. So Bruce Thornton continuing to pour it on right now. He has 14 points. That is a high for TSF Mac. Their lone double-figure scorer at halftime was Chauncey Wiggins.
And another player, Bruce Thornton, one that we've been on early since his freshman year. And we've known him at Milton last year as just a downhill guy, can get to the basket, score at will. This summer, he's been showing off the jump shot and the range. And the more he keeps adding to the game, the more elite he's going to become.
13-point lead now, 58-45. And it got up to 15 momentarily. Here's Chauncey Wiggins. Oh, nice, beautiful move with the left hand hook. Left it short. Rebound comes off now. And Deuce Miller is checked into the contest. So he actually starts this second half, number 10, for Game Elite Big 5. Here's Scooter Henderson. He pulls a three. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound, Paris Johnson. Johnson, offensive rebound, put it up with the left hand. It is no. And Kobe Davis comes away with it. Davis, a solid first half. He had 9 points. Tried to get the drive and score there and could not. Henderson back this way. Took the contact and the bump from Walker, and they'll set it up offensively. Lost it. Foul call. This one on Scooter as he was holding Devin Farrell and preventing him from getting to the hoop or getting to the loose ball.
Devin Farrell, such a smart point guard. Anytime he attacks or makes a decision to do anything with the ball, I swear it ends up in a positive outcome versus a negative.
Thornton worked on defensively by Henderson as we return to live action. 3 ball.
Oh.
Bruce Thornton, get it out the bottom of the net.
Jeez, Bruce.
His 3rd triple of this half. 17 points in the contest.
Unreal. Bruce has definitely been putting in that work this summer.
A deep 3 by Walker, no good. Rebound Hawkins. Hawkins to Deuce Miller. Deuce high arcing rainbow short corner is good. Deuce Miller, who got the start here in the second half and scores. 3 minutes gone by in this second half. Under 13 to go, 61-47. TSF Mac in full control. They've led the entire way, and Bruce Thornton is just going right down the lane and doing whatever he wants to do.
And then surprisingly, that's the Bruce Thornton I know. When I'm used to Bruce Thornton, when I hear his name, I think of downhill, downhill, downhill. But this 3-ball shooting that he's been doing lately is just, it's not right.
Rebound comes off, and Kobe Davis has it. Davis pushing it in transition. Gives it over on the left side. Stop, jumper, Farrell, no. Rebound comes off to Scooter Henderson. If Game Elite has anything in them, it needs to begin right now, trailing by 16. Check it. Yeah, 16. Jump hook, Joyful Hawkins. I know he's got something. 17 points in the contest for Joyful Hawkins.
So I'm Game Elite 5. I'm just 4 out. Everybody clear out. Joyful go to work.
Put it on the floor. Traveling violation called on Chauncey Wiggins.
Look at the replay. Good move by Joyful. 1-2 dribble, power dribble, jump hook is good.
Now into Hawkins. Hawkins turns and scores. Joyful Hawkins is just a joy to watch. 63-51.
Telling you, and until TSF shows me an answer, I'm 4 out the rest of the game.
Oh, look at now. He's putting on the coaching hat. Turning Wiggins and scoring off the window, Chauncey. Wiggins 13 in the contest.
Steal by Thornton on that play as Cameron tried to make a play on that with the ball.
But Thornton was attacking, though, and got fouled.
And just looking at that replay, although Parrish got the foul, still pretty good defense trying to cover the 2-on-1 and making the play on the ball, making Farrell commit to the pass and still being able to cover ground. And that's the thing with Parrish. You're just going to get the simple, good basketball plays. Not too much scoring, but he's just going to make the right play. And free throws were good by Thornton.
Thornton steps up and makes both free throws. He has had himself an impressive second half so far. 3, 6, 9, 11, 13 in this half. He now has 21 in the contest, and we've just played over 5 minutes here in this second half. Davis to Wiggins, back to Davis. TSF will operate it now. In full control, they've led from the beginning. They got off to a 7-0 start and have not looked back. Wiggins jumper, no. Rebound, Henderson. Lead pass, running the floor. Joyful Hawkins, layup, no. Hawkins and Scooter have been the bright spots along with Cameron Johnson, but overall, down the roster, it's been TSF and too much. Davis, topside three, rattled it right on down the milk crate. A three ball is good from Kobe Davis. He now has 12 points, and a timeout is called with 10:51 to go. 10:21 to go here in this second half. The lead now ballooning out to 19. It's an exciting time of year at the Champion Center. In August, the LPBA Fall League gets underway for top high school basketball teams in the area. In November, the third annual Lake Point Middle School Tip-Off, powered by the Atlanta Hawks, highlights the month and is expected to grow from last year's 54-team field, which consisted of teams from Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And lastly, the Lake Point High School Tip-Off takes place on November the 16th with several top high school teams from around the area coming to compete at Lake Point's Champion Center. For more information, visit lakepointsports.com and follow us on our social media platforms at Lake Point Hoops. Joe Hilsman and Jerron Matheson courtside at the main court here at the Lake Point Champion Center, Emerson, Georgia. Glad that you're with us. The 15U championship right now leaning heavily toward TSF, the Skill Factory. They have a 19-point lead, but how will Game Elite come out of this timeout? Trailing by 19, they've yet to lead all day. Now here is Cameron Johnson on a drive. Layup is no good. Rebound comes off to Chauncey Wiggins. Wiggins to Kobe Davis. Davis now with the left-hand dribble. Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Goes around and reverses. No good. Up by Walker. Rebound comes off and picked up by Joyful Hawkins. Under 10 minutes. Three out of the corner. It is no good. Rebound is back tapped. And now here's Franco. Oh, Franco tried to go into the spin cycle. Davis was right there with him. Scooter attacks. No good. Scooter gets a rebound and is fouled as he goes back up. So Scooter Henderson will go to the free throw line.
That's what you love about Scooter. I remember last year someone had said, I believe Scooter played football as well, and you could see that in his game a little bit, how he attacks, how he's so head-nose for the ball. He just always has a knack for the ball. He's not scared of driving or getting physical or anything like that.
Free throw is good. He had 17 points in the semifinal victory over Team YRN. Substitutions now. Walker goes out. And Osiris Shabazz checks in for the first time for a deep Skill Factory squad. Second free throw from Henderson is good. Henderson is in double figures now. He had 8 at the half. He now has 14 in the game. 9.5 to go in this second half. 17-point lead. 19 is the largest lead so far by the Skill Factory. 3 ball is off, and now here comes Cameron Johnson. Johnson had 10 points in that first half, has yet to score here in this second half, and he did that coming out shooting threes early on. Hawkins on a step back, not there. Paris Johnson open, right wing three, front iron, no. Rebound underneath Garmani. Gamari back to Johnson, sets three, no. Johnson just cannot get the jumper to go, and his feet weren't set well there as well. There's a jumper by Davis, no. Rebound comes off to Cameron Johnson. Pass tipped, and it goes out of bounds.
You could easily see the maturity in Kobe Davis's game as well. It looks like he's, as the summer goes on and as these tournaments go by, he himself is continuing to develop and getting more comfortable with the game and his skill set.
Nice crowd inside of Lake Point Champion Center all day. Of course, usually on Championship Sunday, it kind of thins out if your team isn't in it. But the 16 and 17s are next. And oh, put back good. Scooter Henderson showing off the bunnies on the putback.
Gotta love his energy. He's always looking for the ball, always looking to attack.
Shabazz with the screen, but a steal. You talked about the defensive Paris Johnson, and there it is. A steal in lane for Paris Johnson. His first field goal. And his first point to the contest. Cottle has it. around the Shabazz screen. Now Cottle going to drive and put it up with the right hand. No. The defense right now for Game Elite, well, not right now, but in this contest, they've allowed some easy drives and have not stopped the ball in transition. Defensively, they did not get off to a good start, and they have not recovered since then.
At all. Like you said, it looks like they're just standing around, looking around. If a man gets blown by, they're just kind of sitting there watching, and it's taking its toll on them now.
Simeon Cottle at the free throw line. He is 2 of 2, now make it 3 of 3 of the day. He now has 9 points, all 9 of those points off of the bench, and he only played the last 6 minutes of that first half. So he has been highly efficient off of the Skill Factory bench.
What do you have for the Big 5 bench scoring? I'm sure it doesn't really look like a lot.
No, it's not. First free throw is no good. Didn't have that tallied up, but no, it's not. It's not as strong. The depth, obviously, in favor of the Skill Factory. Feed the post. Joyful Hawkins turns. No good. It's been Hawkins, Henderson, and Johnson the majority of the way for Game Elite Big 5. And that's just putting it matter-of-factly. 19 points for Joyful Hawkins so far. 16 points for Scooter Henderson and 10 points for Cameron Johnson. They are the double-figure scorers. They are the leading scorers. Johnson has it, now bounces it over to Gamori. Gamori now gives it over to Scooter Henderson. Now he feeds it into Hawkins. Hawkins turns. Shot is no good. Joyful actually looks a little fatigued now.
Yeah, shot's looking a little flat. Doesn't seem to have that same energy as he did in the first half at all.
Bruce Thornton, another drive and score. How many times have I said that? And if he's not driving and scoring, he's been shooting the 3-ball. He has 3 triples in this contest, all of them to open this second half. Bang, bang, bang. 73-57. The Skill Factory Mac has led from the beginning, a 7-0 start. And then coming out of that timeout, Game Elite had a little 5-0 spurt, but that has been just about it. And then they got it down to 3 for about 20 seconds. And since then, it has just been takeoff time. Free throw is good for Javon Gamari. Cedric O'Neal taking a seat. Into the contest now, Josh Reed, number 10 for the Skill Factory. Free throw is good from Gamari. Javon Gamari.
Still plenty of time left for this Big 5 team to make a cut into this lead. So.
But they haven't shown any momentum, not even a 5-0 spurt, 6-0 run. Defensively, they're not protecting the paint, getting everything in the lane is Thornton. They just don't, I mean, they can make a run, but they haven't shown signs that they're going to be able to make a run that they need, and they need a big run now. Well, there's a 3-ball right there, good from Javon Gamari. Now, will that get them going? Here you go, Jaron, trying to speak something into existence. It's an 11-point game. It was 19 just a few moments ago.
And just before that 3, Hawkins came up with a big block that could give him a little momentum, but like you said, here comes Lingo, comes down, gets to the basket, gets fouled, cuts right into that momentum a little bit.
Jaden Lingo at the free throw line for the very first time, and the free throw is short, no good. He has 2 points in the contest off of the bench. 6:33 to go, so now substitutions continue. Osiris Shabazz goes out. Cameron Walker comes back in. Coach Brandon looked up at that clock and then scoreboard and saw it was down to 11, and he didn't like it. I think he wanted to push it back out there a little bit. Second free throw good from Lingo. That pushes the lead back out to 12 now. 6.5 to go. Franco has it, worked on by Cottle. Zone defense from the Skill Factory. Gamori, 3 is short. Out of bounds. It was deflected. Possession will stay with Game Elite.
It's a good play here. Cut it into single digits if they really want to make something happen. Trying to get something going offensively now.
But they're only 1 on the shot clock, and it'll be a shot clock violation. They did not realize they did not get a new 30-second shot clock because the ball was deflected on the shot. So a shot clock violation. Under 6 minutes to go, 12-point contest. Thornton brings it up, worked on by Gamori. Now here comes the screen being set by Reed. Thornton pulls a three. It is Hill of the rim, no. Rebound tipped out by Cottle, out of bounds, and a possession will go to Game Elite. Big Five. Lake Point has begun work on its 450-acre north campus. The road and bridge construction began in April 2018. Completion of the 1.3-mile road located just off of I-75 between exits 283 and 285 is slated to open August 27th. Lake Point's north campus will bring additional fields for baseball, soccer, lacrosse, and football, as well as hotel, dining, family entertainment options. For all updates regarding Lake Point sports, please visit our website, lakepointsports.com, and follow us on social media at Lake Point Sports. Growing, bustling community of Emerson, Georgia. How about that? 5 minutes to go. Three by Walker is good. So he knocks in his third triple. He has 13 in the contest.
There we go. Got a 9-point game. A couple defensive stops, and they're right back in it.
Just a Sunday stroll right down the lane for Bruce Thornton.
I wonder if he ever gets tired of that.
No one ever gets tired of the lane being open, Jerron. Nobody. I've not met one player ever.
That's
Hawkins dunks.
Needed that. That was a good one right there.
Happy birthday, someone just said. 4:24 to go, and a whistle has been called. As we take a look at our SUV TV instant replay. Jerron, did you just say he wondered if he ever gets tired of this? Look at that lane. That lane was wide open.
I just wonder, as a hooper, I just feel like, would he want to work on something else? Maybe just do a little something extra just to see if he has it, just to test out some of the other skill sets. I mean,
bro, let me explain something to you. When you playing a game of basketball and the lane is wide open time after time, you don't get tired of that. That's easy money. That's an easy drive. Three is no good by Thornton. And Game Elite has shown in this contest they've got to work on that as they hit into the live period because they have not stopped the ball and they have not closed the lane at all. And if a team is going to continue to let me do that, that's called sashaying down the lane, gallivanting down the lane, going right down Old Town Road. I mean, it's just wide open. Oh, the reversing score by Cameron Walker. Cameron Walker now with 7 in the contest. 78-67. Henderson up, good, and 1. Scooter Henderson. I'm sure there's much more in the repertoire because Bruce Thornton was cracking the threes earlier, and then he started back driving, and that's the one you're used to seeing. So now he spoiled you by showing you a little bit of the outside range?
Yeah, I need to see more a little bit. Bruce Thornton, he's made his mark with the downhill game. I just want Bruce to shoot a little bit.
Okay.
Take it easy on some of these kids.
Oh, take it easy. All right. Jerron, welcome to the under 4-minute portion of the broadcast. 78-69. The game's still in the balance, but the momentum in the field is all that of the skill factory. Kobe Davis' 3 is no good. They have led from the beginning. Harris Johnson lost it. It's recovered by Scooter Henderson. Scooter with a little in and out dribble, goes through the lane, stops, goes up with the left hand. No, could not corral his own rebound. Hawkins does, jump stop, layup good. Joyful Hawkins has been a very, very bright spot. 21 in the contest. 23, excuse me.
0 orange jerseys crashing the basket when Scooter just went up for that layup.
The game is still in the balance. It's a 7-point game with 2:40 to go. 3 ball, it could be big. No, rebound comes off. Johnson got the board and was fouled. It'll be the 4th team foul on the skill factory, so it'll be side out of bounds. 2:34 to go, 7-point game. If that 3 would have went, it would have been big. And the skill factory knows it. Coach Brandon calls a timeout with 2:34 to go, 78-71 to 15U. Battle for Georgia championship. Back inside Lake Point Champion Center, courtside in our SUV TV courtside seat. Joe Hilsman, Jerron Mathern. 2:34 to go, 7-point game. So Game Elite has chipped away at it. They were trailing by 19, and now here they are in possession of the basketball. Paris Johnson will be the trigger man. Baseline out of bounds. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Skill Factory has 1 timeout left. And now we have an official stop play momentarily. The 16U championship game is coming up next right here on SUVTV.com. The SUVTV.com. Hawkins catches. Walker had him, and a foul call. Cameron Walker. So that will be the 5th team foul. Remember, it's 7, and you get the 1 and 1. Inbound to Hawkins in the corner. Hawkins. Scooter Henderson, pass too tall. Thornton comes away with it. Thornton to Kobe Davis. Davis attacks and does flip and bounces right back up. He's okay. He'll go to the free throw line. It looked a little nastier than it was, at least for us viewing it. Davis bounced right back up, and that'll be the 6th team foul. Oh, that'll be, yeah, the 6th team foul on Game Elite, but that's also the 6th foul on, was that Scooter Henderson? Scooter has fouled out of the contest.
And sadly enough, a little weakness in Scooter's game. That's the 2nd time today he's fouled out.
18 points he will foul out with, and yeah, and I'm gonna harp on this weakness as well. You can't foul out right now in a 7-point ball game with this much time left, and like 18 points. That's not a good spot there.
That's tough.
Free throw good from Kobe Davis. He's in double figures as well now. He has 13.
A bit too aggressive for his own good.
Split the free throw.
Scooter just left a perfect opportunity for someone to step up and make a name for themselves.
Hawkins catches, goes up, no. Rebound comes off to Cameron Walker. Walker running it in transition. He doesn't have the number, so he'll peel it back out under 2 minutes. Jumper, Farrell, no. Rebound, ripped down by Joyful Hawkins. Got to be a double-double for Hawkins now. Turnover for Game Elite. They got it down to 3, and then all of a sudden Skill Factory ballooned it back out to 19, and then they got it down to 7. It's at 8 now, but the clock is under 100 seconds. Around the screen. Stops, jumper, Wiggins, 3-ball, bottom of the net. A 3 is good. Chauncey Wiggins has had a fine, fabulous day. He has 16 points in the game. 82-71 and a double-digit lead again.
I really like his upside. Wiggins' upside, his decision's already made before he gets the ball. Very quick, nice size, in the TSF upbringing, so sky's the limit for that kid.
And there's been a very vocal crowd inside of Lake Point Champion Center for this 15 and under championship game.
Very vocal.
Johnson's jumper was deflected under a minute. 82-71, the Skill Factory in possession. They have the lead, and they will work on the clock now. 20 on the shot clock. Open, 3-ball, good. That'll do it. That'll put the game away. The refrigerator door is closed. The light is off. The butter's getting hard. The eggs are cooling, and the jello is jiggling. TSF Mac is on their way to a Battle of Georgia championship. 85-71, 27 and 10 seconds left. Cameron Walker, he's going to finish with 10 points. They'll come across the timeline. The shot clock is off. Bruce Thornton, his second half barrage of threes to open it, did it for the Skill Factory.
So I'm thinking it was Bruce, Wiggins, and Kobe were all in double digits today, as well as Cottle off the bench.
Say it one more time.
Bruce, Cottle, Wiggins, and not Farrell, but Kobe.
Yes, while you're looking at my notes. I get it. Yes. No, I'm just messing with you. The ball game is over, and the Skill Factory has won the 15 and under Battle for Georgia Championship 85-71 over Game Elite Big Five. Bruce Thornton with 25 points. Cameron Walker, he had 10. Kobe Davis had 13. And Chauncey Wiggins had 16 to lead the TSF Mac squad. Joyful Hawkins had 23, while Scooter Henderson had 18 and Cameron Johnson had 13 to lead Game Elite Big Five. TSF Mac, the 15U Battle of Georgia champions. The 16U championship game is coming up next right here. The SUV